We had just came back from winter break. It was Tuesday. We had just came back from recess. So now we have to figure out if it's true or false. Read the statement.
If n is a factor of 100, then n is also a factor of 50. So we are sitting in school doing math.
Is that true or false?
True.
Okay.
I was in a meeting early in the morning and I kept paying attention to the wind and I kept walking outside and thinking this is very strange. I thought these winds are pretty intense. And around 10:45, one of my staff members said, "You should come look at something with me." We walked out onto the yard and I saw black, billowy smoke and I could see flames.
And somebody looks out and goes, "Wow, there's a lot of smoke above us," and we all crowd around the window, and then we see flames from the mountain.
I try to keep as calm as possible. Was it the rover that they sent up
Yeah.
there? Okay, it's good. I just told my kids, oh, don't worry about it, first responders are gonna take care of it, and we never thought it was gonna reach to this extent, like a disaster.
We kind of thought that it's just like stay up in the mountains, but when it started to creep down, it was crazy.
And then I ran back to my office to call my operations people to say, I see flames, I see fire. They said, do you feel like your campus needs to be relocated? And in my mind, I thought I might be overreacting, but I said yes. They said, we're gonna send some buses. Go ahead and let parents know that if they would like to pick up their children, they can. So parents started coming and picking up their kids.
My mom was rushing me back to my house, and we grabbed as much stuff as we could, stuffed it in the car, and my dad got home, and we all just drove, and there was insane traffic getting out of the area. It was really apocalyptic and just crazy.
That process of parents picking up kids happened pretty organically and very quickly. I would say less than an hour, and I had almost every student picked up.
And we're like, all right, the buses are here. We're taking whoever's left. We came here at Brentwood Elementary.
It was decided that Brentwood Science Magnet in Brentwood, California, was their evacuation point. So I learned about our school burning on social media.
We're looking at Palisades Charter Elementary School right now.
We're talking about 75% of the school was lost. The first thing that went through my mind is I don't know how to be the principal of a school that has burned down. I don't know how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. I don't even know where to begin. That was mostly my thinking, and then understanding the complete and utter devastation that it wasn't just my school, it was the whole community.
LAUSD is the second largest school district in the country and home to several schools that were destroyed in the wildfires.
It's like a war zone.
Their community is going to look very different.
Everything was lost.
I couldn't believe it, that our whole community was gone.
More than 700 elementary school students had to be moved after 2 elementary campuses burned down. A lot of the students, more than 400 of them, coming here.
On Friday, at the end of that first week, it was decided that Palisades Charter Elementary would move to be co-located on the Brentwood Science Magnet campus.
Brentwood Elementary is one of those campuses that there is enough room to welcome the students. This will be their new school home for the foreseeable future.
I was not in this alone. Los Angeles Unified School District has shown up in a way that I am just amazed and impressed. I couldn't have done any of it without the support from the district.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back.
Students whose schools have been destroyed by the Palisades Fire have arrived at their temporary learning facilities this morning.
They've gone through a lot, so counseling support, psychological support have been a priority.
Most of the first month was a lot of social-emotional learning where they're able to share how they feel and what's going on. Most of my students did lose their homes. They lost everything. They lost their childhood memories, but they felt safe because they had that structure coming back to a classroom they were used to. And I feel like school is the only thing that's back to normal for them right now.
Jake, what are you doing right there?
I'm making a UFO to put the climate in here.
I think at the end of the day, they just wanted to see their friends back, and because they all shared that same experience.
My worst fear when the fire happened was that the community would be dispersed. But the fact that we were all back together and that we still see the people from our community is really, really great. That's what matters most to me.
I think it's just appreciating the small moments, appreciating life and every day. You never know when you're gonna lose everything. And I think that's something that as a community we've learned, just being grateful.
I'm just gonna say resiliency. How to recover. The world throws things at us that we have absolutely no control of. And how do we rise from the ashes?
The Los Angeles Unified School District has approved a plan to rebuild Palisades Charter Elementary, along with 2 other public schools destroyed by the Palisades Fire. The $604 million plan calls for the schools to be rebuilt by the end of 2028.